You're not supposed to be down here. Official business only. Oh, my mistake then. Sorry, you can go on ahead. There's a foul presence coming from Darklight Tower, southwest of the city. Some say the place is home to necromancers.
Why? What are you looking at? Piss off. I'm busy.
Stranger, a moment of your time if you have it. If you ever run across a Khajiit thief named Gakadar, do this one a favor and bleed her dry, yes? She is an ex-partner of Sarik's. The reason that Sarik sits in this cell, and one way or another, she will die for double-crossing Sarik. It was a simple house robbery. Get in, get the loot, and get out. Gakadar volunteered to keep watch while this one worked inside. It was almost simultaneously that Sarik noticed the guards' torches lighting the night sky outside, and the body of the house owner cut to shreds. Without any time to make an escape, this one was arrested quite easily and charged with murder. Gakadar was nowhere to be found. Gakadar and this one have spent many nights together. She has many things, but a coward is not one of them. And given that the weapon used to cut down the house owner was one of Sarik's daggers, missing for weeks before the job, there can be no mistake. Khajiit is guilty of nothing but theft, but as a result of this betrayal, Sarik sits here and awaits execution for a crime he did not commit. Yes, you see, Sarik would do it himself, but the skeleton key he normally keeps to unlock these jail cells was stolen as well. No doubt it is in Gakadar's possession. Perhaps after you run your blade across her throat, you would be so kind as to retrieve it for Sarik. If you could use it to release Sarik from his cell, he would be most indebted to you. And, unlike Gakadar, Sarik's companionship can be trusted. In any case, Khajiit suspects you will find her at her old hideout, east of Windhelm, Traitor's Post. You have heard of it, perhaps?
Fancy yourself an alchemist, hmm? Never could get the hang of that.
Out of my way. The son of the Jarl has no time for idle conversation with travelers. If you must know, I was practicing in the yard when the guard I was sparring with fainted when I specifically told him to duck. My blade bit right into the stonework next to the keep and needed serious repairs. Thankfully, our smith Balamond works wonders. In fact, if you'd fetch my blade from him, I'd be most appreciative. Thank you. Do hurry, please. Every day, the threat of exile from Riften draws closer for myself and my family. Who knows how many spies the Empire has sent into our midst already? We're at war. This isn't the time for hospitality. Thank goodness Mother is keeping a level head about everything. If my brother Saerlund had his way, we'd be flying Imperial colors by now. Can you believe that fool had the audacity to speak of his love for the Empire in the plaza? He expects us to drop our defenses and greet them with open arms, to dialogue with them rather than defend our homeland by spilling their blood. He's a traitor, plain and simple. Had I been sitting on the throne, he'd be hanging from the gallows for his sympathies toward the Empire. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here. Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry?
Protect yourself right.
I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse.
Buy some armor and
Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you. Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore. See for yourself. Safe travels, Land. If any... Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous miracle cures. A few months ago, it was Troll Fat Salve, and now he's got something new. Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves Guild. Safe travels, Landstrider.
Aye. Safe travels. Can't you bother me at my armor stand in the market? Or are you that desperate for training?
Come to see Balaman perform miracles with steel, eh? Lazy good for nothing, isn't he? Sent you down here when I'm a stone's throw from the keep. Here's the sword. Tell Harald to stop slaying walls, and perhaps his blade will stay in better condition. The finest weapons and armor. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The Forge knows the difference.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today? He's the protector of man, the dragon of the north, the patron of all Nords. And despite the Imperials and their treaty, he will always be one of the 9 divines. A devout Nord would rather fall in battle and have his blood spill upon the earth than allow the Empire to strike his name from the divinity. Talos is part of our culture. He's part of our heritage and our tradition. He's Skyrim personified. To suddenly have all that wrenched away is like losing someone you hold dearly in your heart. The Empire already took my daughter from us, but by Talos, they will not take our homeland. I trained our daughter Lilia as a healer to one day tend the shrine of Talos and replace me as a priestess of Talos. When the fighting began over the white gold concordat, she ran off to join the Stormcloaks. She had her father's fire. How could I say no? She died out there, only having tended to the wounded soldiers for a few months. We never even found her body. The Empire burned all the dead. Talos preserve you.
Did we have an appointment? No. Was it delivery? I can't remember.
Out of my way. The son of... Took your sweet time getting it to me. Here you go, for your trouble. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. Excuse my disorganization, but I'm in the middle of some delicate experiments. Yes, I could use some help with that. An assistant, perhaps? No. Maybe a familiar. No, too messy. Well, at any rate, organization is not my strong suit. Not at all. I need as much help as I can get. In fact, if you could retrieve a few things for me, I could start on my next set of experiments. As you can imagine, I tend to forget things often. Leave things around. I really must learn to put these things away. What I need is my Dwemer Stirring Spoon, my Orichalcum Ingot, and my Grand Soul Gem. In fact, I could use them immediately. Bring those items back to me, and I'll be happy to experiment on you. No, that isn't right. I'd be happy to reward you. Excellent. I can't wait. Well, why are you still standing here? Oh, right. You need to know where they are. That would help. Someone actually interested in what I'm doing. Amazing. Well, allow me to explain. My experimentation involves a magical construct and a reagent that will allow the construct to maintain a field of permanent harmonic energy. Aha! So, you're a student of theoretical applied harmonics. Putting aside Ralston's constant of universal inversion for a moment, how would you approach the problem? Draw the harmonic energy into the reagent, or allow it to generate its own field? Calipers? That's utterly ridiculous. Maybe long ago you could just find calipers in every household across Tamriel, but not anymore. Hold on. You've given me a brilliant idea. Just as calipers hold materials in place, a soul siphon can hold magic fields in place. Genius! And I'm sure you've completely worked out how to counteract complete dimensional collapse, right? Are you completely insane? Swallow a soul gem? That has to be the most brilliant and unexpected solution I've heard in a long time. It solves all of my problems and keeps the field stable. Now all I need... Wait, what were we talking about? Spells and incantations, for those with the talent to cast them. Okay.
What
Now,
do you
where
need?
did I put those spiders?
If you're looking for anything to sell for a fair price, I run
You
the
look like you could use a drink. What do you say to some cheap mead? I'm selling the best. Oh no, friend. You got it all wrong. I'm not selling cheap mead. I'm selling good mead for cheap. Black Briar mead. I sell cases of it for half of what the inns and taverns pay through the meadery. All I need is someone to deliver it for me. If anyone saw me leave Riften, they get suspicious. I need someone to take this small keg of Blackbriar mead to Wilhelm at the Villamur Inn in Iverstead. Drop it off, and he'll trade you something for the delivery. Keep it as payment for the legwork. Oh, and if you bump into Indarin from the meadery, keep your mouth shut. He'd write us out in a second. Good. Now get going. Remember, keep this to yourself.
What in the name of oblivion do you want? I I believe we're done.
Did you get that purchase agreement to Markarth?
New around Riften?
Ah, you're
Take
back.
my advice.
What have you
Stay at the
discovered?
Bee and Bar. The
Safe
bunkhouse
travels.
is for you.
It's so good to see you again.
What is it? Dragoons?
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Dead now, but where did it come from? A few days ago, some thieves from Riften broke in here and stole it. Can you imagine? Took the only thing of value we had. If you have the guts to head into the Ratway and get my bow back, I'll pay you what I can. Thanks. It'll be nice to have it back. Means a lot to me. Are you kidding me? We're all alone out here, except for a few guards who couldn't give a damn about us. We make easy pickings for thieves looking to steal everything we work so hard for. Not only did they take my bow, but they took all of our coin as well. Nothing's sacred to these people. I bumped into them when I was coming back to my farm after buying supplies. I know those lowlifes took it with them back to the Ratway. They left an unmistakable stench behind. It was a family heirloom. I can't even put a price on how much that thing means to me. The Ratway is somewhere under Riften. Shouldn't be too tough to find.
What is it? Dragons?
bandits harass the caravans at every step, but Khajiit usually scare them off. Yes, I was hired to protect the others as we walk the roads of Skyrim. It is a thankless task, and I would rather be back home in elsewhere, but I have little choice. Akari freed me from a prison in Cyrodiil, and now I must repay my debt to him. A word of advice, my friend. Do not mix gambling and drink. Taken together, they will empty your pockets of every septim. Skyrim is filled with all manner of dangerous beasts. Wolves, trolls, mammoths, and giants would all like to make a meal of us. But the dragons are the most fearsome. Lucky for us, they don't seem to hunt along the roads. A few days ago we were ambushed. A nuisance, really. But many of the marauders had quick fingers. One of them stole my moon amulet, given to me by my mother when I was just a cow. It is my only memory of home in this cold land. You are kind to offer. We believe the bandits are part of a group headquartered here. Be careful. I missed my amulet. But a life cannot be replaced as easily. May your road lead you to warm sands.
Please, come and browse our goods.
Khajiit is always watching for thieves and pickpockets. How can I assist?
So many refuse to talk to us. They call us thieves and smugglers. I am glad to see that you are not such a one. Not long, in truth. I came to Skyrim after I found myself unwelcome in both elsewhere and Cyrodiil. I seem to have an unfortunate talent for getting myself involved in misunderstandings with the law. Resad was able to look past that, and it was he who helped to set me up with a trade caravan. Now I work for him. Mostly, it is the Nords. They do not like outsiders in their land, and so we are forbidden to enter their cities. When they look upon us, they see only pickpockets and skooma dealers. It is most unfair, but we do our best to ignore them. Take a look. I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
could say...
You've been a good friend to me. That means something. Don't mind if you do. What's your price? Sold. She's all yours. She's already saddled up. Until next time.
Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back.
Said she'd wait for me, but they never wait.
I'm right behind you. I am at your command. Let's get going then.
What was that?
Did you hear something? I'm sure I heard something.
Huh?
What was that?
Hello?
I guess I was just hearing things. Still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens. Let's get going then. I'm right behind you. I am sworn to carry your burdens. Let's get going then.
Someone there? What was that?
Right behind you. Let's get going then.
Where are you?
Sign of him. I hope you haven't arrived here looking for work in the mine. Sure, it's full of spiders. That's what's wrong with it. Almost killed Grogmar and me when they showed up. I'm worried that they'll come out of the mine looking for food soon. Then we're in even bigger trouble. Yeah, they're as useless as a fifth wheel on a wagon. Gave me some sort of line about keeping an eye out for enemy soldiers. What's the point in protecting this place if the mine's completely useless? Idiots. Tell you what, keep to your word, and I'll line your pockets with as much as I can scrape out. Redbelly Mine gets its name from the red mist filling the place. You get used to it after a while. Kind of smells like the hot springs out in the tundra. No idea what's causing it, though. Moved right in and made themselves at home. Did it overnight. I'm not even sure exactly where they came from. No one's been hurt yet, and they seem to be staying in the mine. But who knows how long that will last. If we can't get back into the mine, our town is sunk. It's about time. I sent them a letter weeks ago. That Elgrim. He'd forget his own pants if his wife didn't help him dress. Here you go. Tell Half-York that she can chip off whatever she thinks is a fair trade for their time. Redbelly is supposed to be nothing but an iron mine. Been working it for years. Then, right before the spiders had moved in, we found that chunk of ore. Never seen anything like it. I want to know what I'm dealing with before I start tearing it out of the ground. I don't want to be responsible for sending you to your death. Be careful in the mine.
Would you happen to be headed towards Darkwater Crossing? My parents live there. I usually make the journey to bring them gifts and to just say hello, but I haven't been well lately. I've written some letters and placed them in a satchel. Perhaps you wouldn't mind delivering it to them on my behalf? You would? Well then, I would insist on rewarding you for your time. Here, take my satchel and give it to my father, Werner. He'll likely have something for you to bring back. I had a bad fall in the mine when I was bringing some food to the men. I was pretty bad off for a while. But a priest of Mara was passing through on his way to Dawnstar and healed me to the best of his abilities. I'm still pretty sore and I can't really walk too far without having to rest for a while. I might be a woman, but I can crack rock with the best of them. Be careful in there. You can take a nasty spill. Darkwater Crossing is a difficult journey. Mind yourself.
Everything was going great in Redbelly. Then the damn spiders showed up. Mining iron takes a lot of strength and special reinforced tools. I must have broken 5 or 6 pickaxes in the last few months alone. But now that I've got Rock Splinter here, I can cut through stone like a hot knife through butter. Fortune to you and your children.
Mining is hard work, but we pay fair price for any ore you dig up. Damn place is filled with this reddish mist. Can't see more than 10 feet in front of your face. But when you can sniff out a vein of iron like me, it isn't too much trouble. One day we were cracking rocks in the deepest part of the mine, and the next day they were all over the place. I'd give my IT if it meant getting those damn spiders out of the mine. May the road favor the foolish.
What is it? Dragons?
Now I remember. You're the new member of the Companions. So you what? disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Nasty little buggers, aren't they? Gone? Every one of them? Why, that's incredible. Finally, we can reopen the mine and put Shor's stone back on the map. Here, please accept this gift as a token of our gratitude. Don't kid yourself. Stone runs in our blood.
Fancy yourself an alchemist, hmm? Never could get the heck.